Good morning, Saturday, August 2nd. I'm actually recording this Friday night, August 1st. I just got done with my event in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Had about 125, 150 people there. And what I do as a medium is I bring gifts to people. If you were there in Newburyport, thank you so much for bringing your love and your energy. It makes a difference. The night before, I was in Weymouth, Mass. And today, you should be seeing this, I'll be in Lexington, Massachusetts. Each of these events, I bring gifts to folks. And how do I do that? A couple of weeks prior, I go for a drive. And I go, hey, Spirit, please give me the gifts that I need for this event. I want to talk to you about 3 gifts that I gave away in Newburyport. First, a Whitesnake CD. It had to do with 80s hair metal. The next was a frame, very colorful, very sparkly, very rainbowy frame, and a Maya Angelou book of poetry and sayings, a pocketbook, like a small book that you could put in your pocket. Because there was going to be a woman there who had a friend who felt like a woman, like a sister, like a friend that was like a sister. And they went through the 80s together, and I start connecting to this woman in spirit. And I describe the situation, I describe who the person is, I describe the big hair, I describe the hair that the woman had, I described how this person took their own life or contributed to their own passing. And a woman raised her hand in the audience and she was like, could it be a man? And I said, it absolutely could if he was very feminine. And because I'm describing the woman in spirit. I'm like, oh yeah, she liked men. And so the woman in the audience was saying, well, this fits everything. But he was a man and he loved men. And he was borderline trans. And it fascinated me because the energy coming through was that of a woman, but he was a man in life. So I brought her up and I gave her the Whitesnake CD. I gave her the frame because she would have pictures of those two together, but they weren't in a frame. And this person wanted that picture or those pictures framed. And then I was like, Maya Angelou, the poet, the writer, why would I, make it work for me? And she said, well, I read her and I really appreciate her. And I'm like, so you're a person who loves hair metal from the 80s, but you're also somebody who reads Maya Angelou. That is so cool. And I'm like, guarantee you, there is nobody in this audience that is like that with this story. And I was talking to her, and the person that was coming through very much gave her the message that he was healed. So let me talk to you about what happens with suicide. This is a very, very, very sensitive topic. I don't want to offend anybody, but there is no such place as hell. There is no such place as hell. There's no lake of fire where we burn for all eternity because we had sex before we got married. But there is regret in the world of spirit. There is. And so when these major world religions say, don't take your own life because you'll go to hell, I think they missed the beat there for a moment, because when a person takes their own life intentionally, they're trying to poof out of existence. They don't want to exist anymore. That doesn't happen. They pass away, they carry on in the world of spirit, which is all around us, and they are intrinsically attached to the pain their action caused. It's not intentional, but anybody who's ever passed away from an overdose goes to a place where they watch their people wish they'd screamed harder and got through to that person. So when a person takes their own life and they leave people here that they love, that they leave in pain, well, they're connected to that pain. Every morning I pull a tarot card and 2 oracle cards for myself as, just a little bit of my own spiritual practice. And I have this deck, well used. Look at how bent that card is, because the deck is bent. It's bent. I shuffle it every day. And the card that I picked for today was, my heart is your heart, is our heart. And I think that idea of suicide and what those actions leave behind for pain is that's very appropriate to that process. But he came through to tell his friend that he was healed. And this was many years ago that he took his own life, but he had been in the world of spirit long enough, and the people that he had left behind were healed. He was healed. But when people leave this world and they carry baggage or pain or trauma, they got to work through it. They heal from it. They learn from it. We all do. And if there's any hell out there, it's only regret, whether we take our own life or not. Sometimes we pass away and regret that we stayed with a person for years and years and years. Sometimes we pass away and regret we said things and did things, or didn't say things and didn't do things. So it's a big part of my process, and I want everybody to remember this. If you want your loved ones in spirit to rest in peace, you have to live in peace. And this woman had found peace. Her friend got peace because she was at peace, and his or her other people here were at peace. I just wanted to share that story. I'm off to Lexington, Massachusetts. Then I'll be home for a day for our Goblin Market at Deep Earth Arts, where I am releasing a new Oracle deck out of all the things I'm doing. And then I disappear into the wilds of Canada to bring my son to Alaska. That is what my first part of August is going to be. All my love to you out there. Take care of yourselves. If you have people that you love in this world and in spirit, take care of yourself and make sure that you're doing your damnedest not to live with any regret. To learn more about me, my events, I have a few events coming up in Connecticut this month after I get back from Alaska. To learn more about me, to find out all about me and sign up for a reading, find my podcast, all that, please find me online at joshsimons.com.